Hey everyone, I want to cover CRM at a bit of a high level, mostly for configurations for it and some of the frequencies for some of the messages. First, we'll start with service reminders right from the Today's Vehicle page. We'll open up a sample RO, go to CRM Next Visit. This is where you manage your next service reminder for this customer. It's going to show you what's going to be included on that, and it also shows the interval. And I just want to let you guys know, I would open this up and just check your interval here. It's going to set the interval to the default setting, which is on the back end. There's nothing you guys can change on your end, but you can let me know if you need this changed. You just want to make sure that this service interval is close to what your oil change stickers are being set for, and that the period is accurate as well. Period is meaning your max. So if you want people to come in twice a year, for example, you want this to be at 6 months, not 12 months, not 3 months, or they'll be going out too soon or too late, potentially. Again, if you want to edit these, just let me know, but I would recommend just opening this up and make sure that these look accurate and close to what you're recommending to customers. Next, let's go to the menu and go to System Settings. And we're going to go to Communications. Let's start with Pre-Visit and just talk about appointment reminders. Main thing in here, there are a couple edits you can make to the actual appointment form. Most of these are pertaining to if you have a website or not. And I've covered this before, but just know that down here, you can block off your schedule for a certain amount of days. So if you're booking out a week, toss 5 days in here. And when people go to request an appointment, it'll be blocked off for those first 5 days. And you won't have to reschedule absolutely every single request that comes in. Next to, if you want certain holidays to be marked off automatically, just double check your holiday schedule. If you guys are closed for Easter, check that off. If you guys take an extra day off, Black Friday, select that, just so it blocks that off on your schedule as well. All right, now I'm going to go over to post-visit. First one it defaults to is service reminders. And what I would recommend here is just double check your frequencies. How many reminders are you sending out max? Usually I prefer like the 3 to 4 range, sometimes 5, and see what their cadence is for going out. 99.9% of people, I recommend this top setting where it goes out every 2 weeks. So what will happen is a customer will get a service reminder. If they ignore it, 2 weeks later, they'll get another one, and that will happen for up to 5 times if I leave it just like how it's set here. Next is what's included on the service reminders. And this is a tricky one, but I do just want to bring it up, and feel free to reach out if you guys have more questions on it. But under this recommendations for next visit, the top 2 are going to pull recommendations from your point of sale. The third one is going to pull recommendations from your inspection sheet. And in general, I recommend having one or the other enabled, not both. Otherwise, you could get some duplication going on or just a ton of recommendations on one sheet, on one service reminder. So just double check these and make sure if you guys are running your recommendations off your inspection sheet or your point of sale, just make sure this reflects that. Again, any questions you have, just let me know. Last one I want to cover is just the thank you, which is tab number 4 here. On here, I would always leave this pretty much the first, this first one. You could potentially drop this to, this just sends a thank you every visit. You could do a once a month max if you've got a lot of customers coming in. Say the scenario is you do a lot of, you check out the vehicle on one day and then they come back a week later for repairs and they're 2 separate ROs. If you're doing that frequently, you may want to have a once a month max, or it'll ask them for a review every single time they come in. So food for thought. Second one is when the thank you goes out. Do you send it immediately after you close out or towards the end of the day? If customers are grabbing their keys, jumping in their car and taking off, and you're not asking them to leave a review right then and there, I would recommend sending it at the end of the day, because they're going to be in the car, they're going to get the thank you text, they're going to open it up but not have time to click it because they're driving, and they're not going to come back to it. So you might have better luck with sending it at the end of the day. Last is just the verbiage on here. Just double check your thank you. Make sure your verbiage is in here. Feel free to come down to the message body, customize it, make it personal, add your own kind of flair to it. And if you do happen to see any of your signatures that are incorrect or you want to update these, this you can see is in an AV internal only box. So if you want to update any of your signatures, let me know. I'll make that change real quick for you guys. But yeah, those are some of the main settings I see in CRM, things I'm checking for to make sure they're accurate, to make sure your communications make sense. So yeah, I'd recommend you guys take a look at this. There's lots of things in here you guys can reach out with if you have questions or want to change, but hopefully that helps, gives you guys some insight. And yeah, you guys have an awesome rest of your day.